it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. Deep to right field. Way up there. And way down the sideline. Jefferson. Another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle. Stayed on his feet.
What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Blake's Take with me, Blake Neiman. And it's championship weekend in college basketball, which means that what's unexpected should be expected. We had several stunning upsets and surprising early exits, leaving us with many teams claiming their automatic berths into the NCAA tournament. However, before we get into those upsets, let's start with the Conference of Champions, which brought forth a great championship game between the two best teams in Arizona and UCLA, who avoided all upset tries to meet Saturday night in Las Vegas. The Bruins were one of the few teams all season that were able to hand the Wildcats a loss and appeared to be in a good position in this game to repeat history with a 12-point second-half lead. But Arizona showed a key characteristic that is a part of every championship team, and that is to stay cool under the pressure. The Wildcats didn't panic at all and were able to regroup and outscore the Bruins 49-36 in the second half. The offensive production can be largely attributed to Benedict Mathurin, who led Arizona with 27 points, 18 of which came in the second half. On the other side of the ball, Christian Koloko and Omar Ballo were having a block party in Las Vegas, combining to swat away 10 shots to keep the Bruins at bay. The win further solidifies the Wildcats as a number one seed, as they are now 31-3 and have now claimed both the Pac-12 regular season and tournament title. That just leaves one thing left to bring home, and that is a national championship to Tucson. But the story of March is never about the favorites, it's all about the underdogs who, despite the odds, find a way to pull off remarkable victories. So while Arizona and Villanova in the Big East proved their one seeds to be true, Duke was not so fortunate, as for the second Saturday in a row, they were stunned by a lesser opponent. This time, it was the Virginia Tech Hokies, who, thanks to a miraculous ACC tournament run, were able to knock off the Blue Devils in the championship game to claim their first ACC title in program history. Entering the game, the Hokies were on the bubble and were projected to be on the outside looking in. Well, that is no longer the case because the Hokies are going dancing. While Virginia Tech may be hot, Duke is not so hot heading into the tournament. The Hokies, despite their regular season struggles, are clicking at just the right time, while the Blue Devils, on the other hand, have been slipping up here in March when it matters most. Their woes have been most magnified on the defensive end, where they are currently 44th in defensive efficiency, which is not a rating that any team coach under Mike Krzyzewski should be satisfied with. You know the saying, defense wins championships, so that is what it's going to take for this Duke team to turn things around if they still have hopes of winning it all. It's very difficult to have a team flip the switch this late in the season, but if there is anyone who can help this team figure it out, it's Coach K. On to Sunday, where we had two more underdogs looking to make their presence known. Starting in the SEC, where Texas A&M was looking to spoil yet another team's title hopes. They had already bounced Auburn and Arkansas, who says they couldn't make it one more time against the Volunteers of Tennessee. Unfortunately for the Aggies, their Cinderella story didn't quite work out as they may have hoped, as Tennessee's defense made it a struggle all day and ultimately were able to claim their first SEC title since 1979 with a 65-50 victory. The Vols now make a strong case to be a 3 seed in the tournament, while the Aggies still are likely to be sitting on the bubble despite their recent success. Now, finally, to round out this exciting weekend of basketball, we had another unsung team prevail over their favorite opponent in the Big Ten. Iowa toppled Purdue in their championship matchup 75-66 to claim their first Big Ten title since 2006. The Hawkeyes, like Virginia Tech, have turned things around late in the season and have built up some real confidence heading into the tournament with wins in 12 of their last 14 games. It's the best time of the year to be playing your best basketball because it is win or go home from this point forward. So every team is back to square one, 0-0, and can't take any game for granted because if you do, the madness of March will always prevail. Hope you all enjoyed that. I can't wait to March. The brackets unfold here on Selection Sunday. What teams get in, what teams are left out, and where all the seeding falls in between. You can keep up to date on all that happens in the rest of March. And the madness, I'm sure, will occur, and I will be losing my mind here on Blake's Take. So make sure you subscribe and like for more, and tune in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube, wherever you may please. And I will see you all in the next one. Have a great day.